Hi folks, Chris Simpson here, president of Bodies by Design and also the fitness coach for the Freedom 13 Health and Lifestyle Revolution program. Here is the Fat Secret app. This is a food logging program. I don't endorse this, but I do use this app. There are many apps to choose from. It's a long story why we decided a long time ago to choose this particular app, but it does work. It works well. It works a lot like the other apps, and I do suggest that you use this particular app for logging your food, logging your exercise, and actually logging your sleep as well, which are three really important things to be aware and accountable for, because they will control your destiny and the results that you could receive from any health and fitness program. So let's get started here. I'm on the main page to log in, and I'm going to have to log in here. I'm going to put my member name in and my password. Okay, so congratulations. I'm now into the Fat Secret app. Okay, so let's get started. We're looking at my summary right now, and you can see we're looking at today, and I've got 1,255 calories remaining. I've already consumed 1,145 calories. I haven't entered my exercise yet. We'll do that later. And I've also got a little summary here of my current weight and how much I've lost, and also how much more I've got to go. So as you can see, I've got 0 pounds to go. I've actually reached my maintenance weight. Whoopee! So I'm good to go in that regard. I just need to maintain now, which is not an easy job neither. Anyways, that's a different story. Let's go on here to some other categories. Food diary. This is the food diary page, and as you can see, this is today. And I've already been busy adding my food. I've got some breakfast items. I've got 4 items there, and I've got 1 lunch item, and I'm going to continue and enter my dinner. I'm going to show you a few things here. In order to add a food, you just hit the add button here. So as you can see, we've got some different menus here on the top of the page: saved meal, most eaten, recently eating, etc. We're going to start with saved meal here. As you can see, I've got plenty of saved meals when it comes to dinner, and I can use one of these just by check marking them and then clicking the add button at the top there. And as you can see, it's added my saved meal, which is chicken breast and penne pasta. Now I can go and I can delete that. I'll just hit the trash can there with both of those foods. So I can just show you another menu here, most eaten. So we'll take a look at this here. As you can see, I've been busy eating chicken breast and penne, but also some other foods, quite a few actually. And this is the cool thing about the Fat Secret app, is it actually remembers who you are, more importantly, what you like to eat. So all of these foods are foods that I regularly eat, and it saves it for just easy access. All I need to do is go through and check mark the different foods that I might have for dinner this evening. And as you can see, there's 3 items check marked. All I have to do is go ahead and add those now. Notice how my totals change at the bottom. I'm now at 6% of my RDI, my recommended daily intake for the day, which is already generated through this app. We'll show you that later. I've got 580 calories remaining for the day, so I'm in good shape here. I still got plenty of evening snacking that I've budgeted for. I've still got 24% of calories left to consume for the end of the day. So again, I'm in pretty good shape here. Now here's some other things about saving your meals. And again, this feature is to speed up the process of logging your food. If you're logging your food properly, it really should only take you about 5, maximum 10 minutes per day. In fact, I notice that when I'm not eating properly, when I'm eating out at restaurants too much, or I'm just eating foods that perhaps I shouldn't be eating, that's when it's going to take me longer than 5 to 10 minutes. So take note of that point. Anyways, how to save meals here. If you actually go up to this upper menu here, you'll see that you can copy to saved meal. So in this case, I can copy my lunch, which is 1 food, and I can copy that by entering a name for it, and this was the curried chicken. So curried chicken. Perfect. I can add another description or more as far as maybe the ingredients, for example, and then more importantly, I'm going to choose where that could be saved. Is it a saved lunch, or is it a saved dinner? It could be both, and boom, there you go. So now I've got that meal that I ate today for lunch, and I've got it saved now for future easy, quick reference as a lunch or a dinner. So when we're looking at saved meals, how to add a new saved meal, down at the bottom here, you'll see that you can add a new saved meal. You're going to want to classify where that saved meal would normally be eaten. If it's going to be a snack, a dinner, let's just say it's a breakfast, I'll enter a name for it. Let's say it's going to be toast with peanut butter, for example. All right. And I'm going to skip the extra description, and then I'll go down here and I'll save it. And now what it's going to do is ask me what is in this saved meal. So first of all, what I need to do is I need to search for bread, first of all. Okay, so I'm going to choose one regular slice of whole wheat bread. Of course, I could go back and I could change it to 2 if I wanted to. So that's the first item. And then I need to search for peanut butter. There it is. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. 2 items to add to the saved meal. I'll check mark there. And there you have it. Let's go back to look at how else we can add food. And as you can see, we've got some other menus at the top here. I've got the recently eaten, most eaten, we've done that, but you can also search for foods that perhaps you don't eat regularly. For example, perhaps I'm interested in eating cheese this evening. I'll search for that, and as you can see, a lot of different cheeses come up. And as you select a certain food item, what you can also do here is change the quantity. Now, I always tell all of the people that I work with that you're going to be using a ballpark approach to this. You're not going to be using finite math, you're going to be using ballpark math. And that's just to make sure that you don't go absolutely insane, having a toolkit of measuring cups and measuring spoons and all of these kinds of things. You don't want to go that far with food logging. You want to use a ballpark, approximate type of approach, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be off 100 or even 200 calories, it's not going to be the end of the day. It really isn't for you. So keep that in mind here. Use just the approximate quantity, okay, that you are going to consume. You can always use your hands. 1 fist is 1 cup. 1 thumb, okay, is 1 ounce. 1 palm is about 3 to 4 ounces. A cupped palm would be about 1 to 2 ounces if you're eating things like nuts or snacks of that kind of nature. Now here's a really cool feature about this app. I'm looking at a microwave dinner here, and what I can actually do is if I was going to add this, I can use a scanner, and I just hit the scanner icon there, and all of a sudden my scanner pops up, and I'm just going to scan the SKU number on the back, and then boom, it comes up. And it basically, as you can see there, is a duplicate of exactly what the label says in nutrition facts. And I've just done that with the press of a button, just using the SKU. So that's pretty cool, and I can just go ahead and I can add that rice and curry chicken microwave dinner, and boom, there it is. President's Choice Indian butter chicken. Wow, pretty cool. If we were to move on here to exercise, so exercise, what we can do here is add in what I did today. So what I did today was some weight training. And as you can see, the search comes up, and I was doing some weight training moderate. and I didn't do 1 hour. So what I can do is I can actually go back and change the time here to 30 minutes. I did the girly man workout today, just a 30-minute workout. Perfect. And then I can add that. So what this does is it actually tells me that I burned 278 calories while I was weight training, and it takes that into account in regards to how many calories I could consume for that day, which is sort of a cool feature. It's a reward type of principle in regards to when I exercise. You know, if I want to eat another 276 calories, I can. But I can also choose not to eat those extra 278 calories, and obviously my deficit will be greater at the end of the day, and my weight loss will be greater at the end of the day as well, which at one point that was my objective, and it might be yours right now. Now you can also see that I've got some other exercises that just by default just appeared when I pulled this up here, and that's because I actually set the defaults some time ago, and you can do that by saying that you do these types of exercises consistently. Let's say on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you hit the OK, and these exercises will always be readily available for you to choose on the days that you actually do those types of exercises. So it's sort of like a saved meal concept. Now it's a saved exercise, which is just going to make your job easier when it comes to logging. And that's really what this is all about, folks, is it's about trying to make it easy so that you don't get frustrated, because when you get frustrated, you give up. And when you give up, you're just not going to be logging your food and your exercise. And I know from the school of hard knocks, when I'm not logging my food and my exercise, I'm just not aware nor accountable, and I usually fall off the wagon. Still to this day, after 30 years of weight training, 20 years in the fitness business, I am still logging my food and exercise. So take that as the best example for you to continue with this as well. Something else here, sleep and rest. I can't tell you enough about how sleep is so important and how it will derail you when it comes to losing weight if you're not getting enough of it. So as you can see here, you can actually set how many hours you've slept the night before, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is. Hopefully it's closer to 8. That's what we generally recommend, especially for active people. So there you go. You can actually put in your sleeping as well. And this also changes your targets and your RDI, etc., etc. Moving on here, we've got the weight tracker. I can weigh in. So if I weighed in today, for example, at 194.6, you can see I've got my goal here, which I can change, but I've set it at 195, which is my maintenance weight. I can also record a journal here. If I notice my weight is up or down, I can give a reason why. I can share that journal note with other people, which is kind of cool. So I'm doing awesome. Of course, we got to put a little smiley face there too. So to wrap up this demonstration of the Fat Secret app, what I'm going to do now is show you settings. And with settings, there's something that you can actually change, which is called the RDI, or your recommended daily intake, which is automatically generated through the app when you enter in particulars such as weight and age and height, etc. And you can actually recalculate this here. Watch this. If I was to want to change my age, for example, or if I, more importantly, wanted to change my weight or my height, I can see that that definitely needs to be changed. And I can also change, more importantly, my diet goal. As you can see, there's slow weight gain, maintenance, etc., etc., and my activity level. I always recommend that you choose the sedentary unless you feel that you are moderately, even low active or very active in your occupation. Most of us, if we've got a desk job, we are not working out 3 times a week. Does not mean that you would be considered low active, active, or very active. Far from that. So keep that in mind, because your targets will be completely off if you're not choosing the right activity level or the right diet goal for that matter. So that is the Fat Secret app. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. More importantly, I really hope you start using this app or something to its equivalent so you become AA, accountable and aware of what's really going on or what you're really putting in your mouth.